Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'll be talking about another blush palette from NARS. It's called Narsissist dual intensity blush palette. That's how it looks like, and honestly I'm not sure it's new or like it have been there for a long time now, but I really wanted to get my hands on these blushes because these are like really very natural wearing and not like too intense, but you can make them intense if you use water or like use them wet. So yeah, I was quite intrigued with the concept and I really wanted to try out this palette really bad. This palette retails for $45. I got it from Ulta, and the name of this palette is Dual Intensity Cheek Palette. That's how the name is, and there's a number underneath. Maybe that's specific to this palette or the version of this palette, I don't know. So that's how the packaging looks like. It has like mirrory finish over here, and inside the palette comes with 4 blushes, or you can say 2 blush and 1 highlighter and 1 bronzy kind of blush or bronzer. So I'll show you the palette. So guys, that's how the palette looks like, and it has this mirror thing and it has protective cover which I haven't taken off, but I'm really worried because this thing will catch a lot of fingerprints. And so at the back you can see the shade names. They are not any shade names in particular, they are just mentioned as Roman numerals 1, 2, 3 and 4. So that's how the back side of the palette looks like. So guys, to begin with, here is the real up close view of this palette, and that's how all the shades look like. You can use them dry or wet. Here is swatch for the first shade. It's like a highlight and it's really pretty, very natural. It doesn't have any shimmer in it. It's just a very little bit amount of like glow, appropriate for day wear or night wear. So yeah, the only thing I'm a little bit worried about is it has too much of like white base, but it's beautiful. It looks very natural. I have it on today and it's looking really beautiful. So here is the second blush guys, and it's really pretty corally pinky color, and it has little bit of gold shimmers in it, but those shimmer are not like in your face thing. They are very finely milled, and it's NARS. It's like really wearable. It's appropriate to be worn in a day or at night, so it's really pretty colors. Here is the third shade, and guys, it's beautiful. Like it's that you know, dusty mauvey rosy kind of blush which you can wear with everything, but don't be afraid of the pigment in here. It looks really deep and dark, but it works for my medium skin tone, and I didn't have to like, you know, be very careful with the shade. I put it on my face. I have to build it up a little bit because the shade payoff is so natural. I think even the palest skin can rock this color. So that's the one thing which is like really good about this palette. This palette, the shades are dark, but you have to build them up, so it suits wide range of skin tones. Here is the fourth and final swatch. I'm sorry I did it a little awkwardly, but you can use this blush as a blush or as a bronzer too. So yeah, all of the shades are really beautiful. Only the second one has a little bit of shimmer in it. Rest of the shades have like very beautiful sheen. Yeah, so the highlighter and the second shade have little bit of shimmer. Last 2 shades have very beautiful sheen. They look really natural on your cheeks. It looks like you have a healthy glow on. So guys, those were all the swatches, and I really love this blush palette. And one thing I like in this blush palette is how you have chance to build up the colors, because I reviewed one more palette from NARS. It's a blush palette. I'll link that video in the description box below, and in that palette there were like really beautiful blushes, but the only thing I was struggling with was the amount of pigmentation those blushes have. So in my personal opinion, I don't like a lot of pigmentation in my blushes. I would love to be able to build them up. So I think this blush palette gives you that ability to build the blushes up as per your liking, because whenever I'm going out at night, I want something like a strong blush, but whenever I'm going out in daytime, I want something on my face, but I don't want my face to scream blush. So I hope you're understanding what I'm trying to say. But if you are very natural makeup kind of a person and you want something to be good enough to be able to wear during the daytime, I think this is that palette. I think these blushes are really beautiful. I haven't tried them wet yet because I was doing my makeup during the daytime, and this is the perfect amount of blush I need on my face. In person it looks really beautiful. It's not over the top or it's not screaming blush or anything. So I really love this palette over that palette, but that palette is beautiful in itself. So both the palettes are amazing. Talking about the blush quality, they just mesh with your skin and it looks like one. It doesn't feel like you have something on your face. That's the one look which I really love and appreciate. My skin is glowing from within. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing some kind of powder on my face or it looks more makeup-y or stuff like that. So I really love this blush palette, and I think this palette is worth the money I spent on it. So those were my opinions on this palette. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do let me know in the comment box below what else you want me to review, and that was all for this video, guys. I'll catch you in my next video. Till then, bye bye. Also stay tuned for the application. I applied this blush and highlight on my face and I want to show you how it applied.